My name is Mark Wiepert. I'm a senior at Wilsonville High School. I was homeschooled till 8th grade. It was literally like school and then summer hit, and it was a lot of sports. I played a ton just kind of in my backyard with my brothers. At FCA, I think my freshman year, McKenna Schroeder came and spoke at FCA, and she talked about like when your identity's in Jesus, not only are you like not subject to like all the things that go on, whether that's results driven or whatnot, but like your ceiling is like higher. My faith has just been the biggest piece in like the mental side of all my athletics. No matter what happens, how I perform, like what goes on, like I am saved by grace through faith. And like when I really started to, like literally, I quote that, like that is my life as far as like how I pursue sports. I get to play something where I have so much fun doing it because it means everything, but it means nothing at the same time. Like you just get, it's a very healthy spot to be. The outcome of this game, how I play, what this coach thinks of me, like everything about that, like it is in the Lord's hands. And whether he thinks I'm, a great player and I'm playing, and he wants me to come play football at Oregon, or I'm gonna go play baseball at Oregon State, like I know wherever I'm at, I'm supposed to be. And it's a fine line as like athletes because we work so hard for something. It's really easy, like even as Christian athletes, we know we're Christian athletes, but it's really easy. It's easy to feel like you accomplished that and that it's all yours. So, but I really think like the more I've kind of grown up, the more you mature, the more you realize like, man, like I am just blessed to be here. And this is such a cool opportunity to get to walk in, God's blessing.
You're committed to play baseball at Oregon State. You're, from a football standpoint, literally a 0-star recruit. Like you're not on the scene from a football recruiting standpoint.
Yeah.
You haven't played quarterback since your freshman year.
Yeah.
And the offensive coordinator at University of Oregon reaches out on Monday and is watching your film.
I don't even think it hit me till I got to the locker room and like checked my phone, and I had a text from Will, their offensive coordinator, and I was like, oh my gosh, and he saw that. Like it was just like, played the game of my life and all that stuff, and I was like, man, like this will be crazy to see how this all goes. So that was surreal. I just kind of thought like, man, like I love this game. Like I love football and I love baseball, but I knew that I love football, and I was just curious, like I feel like, don't I owe it to myself to know what I'm at least saying no to? The national anthem ends and you play, and kind of everything just kind of goes quiet for me. At least like, I mean, it's exciting, there's adrenaline, but the task at hand is kind of what's important. And so it didn't even really feel real in the state championship. We were up pretty heavy at halftime, and we got pulled in the fourth quarter like the starters did. And I remember looking at the scoreboard, and I was like, we had 56, which is eight touchdowns. And I was like, I think I was like a part of most of those. I got pulled literally out of the handshake line as we were doing, good games, Finer Brothers sounds, and I was like just in a shock, and reporters getting set up, and I'm standing next to them, and I'm like, okay, like just another like interview kind of thing. And she's like, well, Mark, like state championship record, 8 touchdowns, you accounted for 400 and something yards, and she's saying this, and there's like this part of you that like when you do an interview, you're like kind of nodding and agreeing with everything. Like I'm not media trained by any means, you're just rolling with it. You're trying not to sound awkward. And she says it, and I'm like, and she's like, what does this mean? And like, I think like as she asked me is when I finally processed like, whoa. It was probably the like craziest and pivotal like 5 days of my life, because I'm like going to meet I'm meeting Dan Lanning, who is like widely thought of as like maybe the best coach in college football, and it was cool. He was like, I absolutely have a spot for you on my team, and I don't totally know how we're gonna do it yet. We already have a quarterback, but like we're not like you're Like, you're in our backyard, you're in state, and you're too good for us to let you go anywhere else. Like, we really want you to be a Duck.
Amen.
My whole just like path and journey in sports, I feel like has always been like, man, I don't know why I'm healthy. I don't know why I have this ability. I don't deserve any of this. And the more I've played the game, the more I've realized, like, man, like, I'm just thankful. Like, I don't have any explanation for this. I don't feel responsible for any of it. Like, I just feel like I've been so blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and I've like always like just had the thought of like, man, if I ever have the platform, like, it'll be because I've been blessed. Like, God has put me in that to glorify Him, and I just totally believe that. And so when the Oregon thing came around, and I was like, man, like, talk about a platform. And so I think for this like season of me, like, being blessed to have these opportunities, like, I really feel like the Lord's opening doors, and I'm just trying to be faithful in it.